Okay, so maybe we can start. Hello, Mr. Hudson.
Hello, Lucy.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you. So I will introduce the meeting and let's go. So hello everybody and welcome to our webinar about study in Switzerland and American University in Switzerland. I'm Lucie Grenon-Berger. I'm an international marketing and communication assistant at JIC Campus France. This webinar is delivered by Mr. Fouad El Hanza and Mr. Holson Jean, both in the enrollment team at AUS. Preparing you for the modern business environment, the American University in Switzerland is one of the Switzerland's leading international business universities, situated in Swiss Riviera, city of La Tour de Paix, located in the shores of Lake Geneva. IUS is close to the Olympic capital, Lausanne, and Geneva, the center for diplomacy. AUS strives to develop students soft and hard skills for them to thrive in an ever-changing and challenging professional environment. The American University of Switzerland offers students the opportunity to become part of and build their own professional network to support their career and build lifelong friendship. And now I pass it over Mr. Holson and Mr. El Hanza.
Thank you, Lucy, for this introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Holson. As Lucy mentioned, I'm here at the Global Enrollment Team at AUS. The idea of the presentation today is the webinar today is to give you a presentation of the university, our courses. We'll introduce you a bit to the environment, to the area where we are. As Lucy said, they call it the Swiss Riviera, and it's very beautiful here. And I will show you a brief video as well as to what you can expect when you join our university here in Switzerland. My colleague Fouad, he's stuck in a meeting at the moment, but he will join us shortly as well to give you a bit more insight on what we'll be discussing today. So if you don't mind, I will be sharing a screen with you with the presentation, and we will take it from there. Okay, so welcome to the American University in Switzerland. This is a photo of our campus, and I will start by telling you a bit about Switzerland. As when you come to Switzerland, you will not only be coming to university, but you will be coming to a new country and experiencing new cultures, new environments. So this is why I would like to present it to you to give you a brief idea as to where you will be coming and what you can expect. So Switzerland is one of the top countries in terms of study abroad. There are not as many inhabitants as you would expect, only 8.7 million, but we do have many different nationalities here. So the different main languages that we speak here in Switzerland are German, French, Italian, and Romanish. These four languages are the main languages spoken here in Switzerland. We have many multinational people here in the population, and these multinationals cover up to 25% of the population in Switzerland. So when you come here, you'll already be coming in a very international environment and in a very multicultural surrounding. So this is briefly what I can tell you about the country. We're number one in terms of innovation because we support a lot of new startup companies. We try to Switzerland tries to support them financially, support them in terms of technological advancements, and these are the things that you can expect here. Where we are located, there are a lot of big companies as well, a lot of startups as well. So where we are in terms of networking, also in terms of learning about how to work in a business environment, the location is perfect for that because we make sure that we have industry visits for you prepared and that you can experience what it is in the work life of big companies in the surrounding area. Like Lucy mentioned, we have the Olympic capital here, which is very close by in Lausanne. We have big companies such as Nestle, which is very close by in walking distance. We have PepsiCo here. We have Procter & Gamble here. There are many different opportunities that we introduce you to once you join our campus in Switzerland. Here, I'll give you a brief video. I hope you can see and hear it. This will introduce you to the Swiss Riviera. This will show you where the campus is located and the surrounding and what to expect when you come to see us. Please enjoy the video. So there you go. The reason I start by presenting you Switzerland is that besides coming here to study, you'll be exploring the country where you are a lot, and you'll be making friends. You'll be making friends. You'll be going out to do activities. You'll be going exploring. It's good to have an idea as to where you're going to be coming and where you're going to be spending the coming 2 to 3 years during your studies, as this is one of the most important aspects that students like yourselves value when going to a new country. What can you do? What kind of activities there are? Are there student life activities? So this was to give you a brief idea, a small idea as to what you can expect once you come to us on campus. We're surrounded by these beautiful environments, mountains, lakes, big cities such as Geneva, Lausanne. In terms of leisure activities, there will be enough to do. Once you get to know people around you, once you make friends, you'll be able to go out and explore this beautiful country, which is Switzerland. And we are located in the middle of the most beautiful parts, which is the Swiss Riviera. In the meantime, if you do have questions, please don't hesitate to speak up. I like to be interactive during our sessions, so I'll be able to answer any questions that you have as well. So don't be afraid to speak up if you want to. So like I said, we are located in the Swiss Riviera. The place where we are is called La Tour de Pels. We have Geneva and Lausanne, which are within a 1-hour radius from where we are. And this is easily accessible by car, by train, or by bus. And the campus also makes it quite easy for you to go around. There are train stations in 5 to 10 minutes distance. There are bus stops located everywhere. And I will now give you an idea of where how the campus looks like. You will see photos of the auditoriums where you'll be getting your classes, the facilities that we have. I'll go through these with you really quickly. So this is these are some of the facilities that we offer once you come to us on campus. As you can see here, we have sports facilities available for you where you can play volleyball, basketball. Football is really up to your interest, what you can do. We have all the sports equipment available in order for you to play on this multi-sports facility court. We have creative rooms, creative labs where you can work on your projects, on your case studies as a group or individually. We also have a very comfortable cafeteria area where you can just enjoy fresh beverages, warm or cold foods. We have a Starbucks section where you can enjoy coffee every day. These things are replenished every day so you can have the fresh and the best nutritional ingredients for you here at the campus. We also have the computer labs. We also have the presentation labs. We have the auditoriums, which you'll be getting your classes, as you can see on top photos above here. These rooms allow you to present, for example, this computer room that you see here allows you to present from your desk. So if there's anything that you like to discuss with the professors and you want to show them your screen, you can do this directly from your desk. So we try to make it as comfortable, as innovative, as technologically advanced for the students and also for the professors in order to properly interact with each other. This is a video of the campus. I'll give you a campus tour like that as you're not physically here yet. So please enjoy and don't hesitate to ask questions if you have any. Now, that was a video of the campus grounds at the moment. And as you can see, everything is as it is on the video. And the last very scene that you see here, it's not just a normal shoot. This is what you actually see from the campus here when you're on the floor, on the ground. So you can see these things, you can enjoy these views while having your classes here on campus. So let's get more into the specifics, the way we teach, the way we approach our courses. This is very important for you because I can remember when I was a student myself, I used to sit in auditoriums or in classes with students up to sometimes 50, sometimes 100. This makes it quite difficult for us to interact as students with the professors, to ask questions. We sometimes get a bit shy because we don't want to speak up with all these students around. Here at AUS, we try to approach this a bit differently. We have a maximum amount of 20 students per class, so it makes it quite intimate, which gives the professor enough time to react to students, enough attention for students, so that students can learn in a very interactive way with the professor. So there's no being shy or there's no being afraid to speak up because you're surrounded by so many students. Here you can easily approach the professors, easily approach the staff here to ask them any questions that you have, whether it's academic questions or personal questions. We are very open, and it's like a family environment here where we welcome every student in a very special way, in a very unique way, in a very personal way. And here we speak many different languages. Everyone here at the university campus speaks between 3 to 4 languages. So we're bound to be able to communicate with each other for sure, and to learn new languages, to learn new cultures, new words from each other, how we react in different multicultural environments. The campus is built around being very interlocked with how we learn from each other and how we try to develop our adaptation skills and how to understand how many different cultures work, which is what you will be introduced to here. You will be introduced to a very multicultural environment. And what we teach you in the courses, we want you to practice also so that you can develop the skills that you learn during the courses. This is something that we appreciate here and we value very much, and that is by learning and practicing what you learn so that you can develop the right skills for it. We have a very relevant curriculum. We try to choose things that are relevant in the market here. We are a business university, so we focus on business studies, but the business studies that we focus on are things that are right now current and preparing you for the fourth industrial revolution. So you can think about things like manufacturing or managerial studies or marketing or accounting, sports marketing, healthcare, forensics, data analytics, finance. These things are, I'll get into those things later, but these are some of the courses that we offer and that are in line with the demands that things that companies are asking for students to know, skills that students can have to be prepared for the fourth industrial revolution. So here we get into the programs that we offer here at AUS. As you may already know or not, but I'll be telling you this now. Once you apply to our university, you'll be getting a dual degree. This means that you'll be getting a degree from AUS, the American University in Switzerland, and you'll be getting a degree from our partner university, Tiffin University in the United States. This also allows you to make choices. The first choice that you will make is whether or not you would like to specialize. If you would like to specialize and not only get a business administration degree, which is the core of the program that you'll be getting, all the students will be getting a business administration degree. But besides that, you can choose to specialize in one of the following bachelor specializations here if you choose for a bachelor degree. These specializations: accounting, athletic administration, human resource management, international business, managerial studies, manufacturing management, marketing, or sports marketing. These are taught by Tiffin University professors. Some of them come on campus here, so you'll be meeting US specialized professors from Tiffin University, and some of them do their courses online. Okay, that being said as well, the bachelor degree and the master degree I will present to you right after. You can choose to do part of this in the United States as well. So this means that you can take part in an exchange program, which will allow you to spend a semester or a full academic year in the US at Tiffin University, which will give you a complete different experience than being in Switzerland, because you will then have the experience of being here in this wonderful country, and also have the American experience of being in a university in the United States. And this goes for both the bachelor's degree and the master's degree. So if you choose for a master's degree as well, you will get the same opportunity to be able to choose one of the specializations and be able to come in line for a dual degree. Now, one thing that is very important, you see here on the screen, the IATA recognized program. This is the only program that does not come with a dual degree or an exchange program possibility. If you choose the aviation management specialization, you'll be getting a business administration degree from AUS and industry certified IATA diplomas. This means that if you're interested in the aviation industry, this is the choice for you, because getting these diplomas from IATA, which you'll be getting courses from IATA certified personnel, these diplomas prepare you for any aviation industry in the world, whether it's services, whether it's ground work, whether it's managerial work, whether it's cargo, you'll be able to speak in any different level to many different managerial staff and enter the aviation management industry well prepared. So this, even though you don't get the dual degree, you do get a diploma, which is very, very beneficial to you as the aviation management professional. So in line with this, we try to allow you to tailor or to forge your own path in a way, because besides letting you choose a specialization that you want, you can also come in line for be eligible for professional certificates, which are different than what you'll be one of the specializations that you choose. So say, for example, you are a master's student and you want to follow sports management. Yeah, so you choose sports management and not marketing, but you also are interested in marketing. Well, the certificates that we offer allows you to do that. We allow you to follow an online course that will allow you to get the knowledge that you need to be able to develop your skills in the marketing aspect whilst being a student of the sports management program. So these are the ways that will allow you to determine which path that you want to go and decide for yourself what professional level you want to have once you enter the working field. All right, so for the students who apply for the IATA program, for example, you get a second advantage to the fact that you will be able to get a certificate from Harvard Mentor, which in this case allows you to have a diploma from Harvard University, an online diploma from Harvard University in leadership and change. Besides the bachelor and a master degree that I presented, we also have a doctorate degree in business administration. You can also apply for an online degree if you're working, if you're in the working class already, and you just want to develop an extra skills or get your master degree or bachelor degree that you did not get the chance to get before, but you're working now. These online degrees are for these types of students. We try to advise students between the ages 18 and 24 to go for an on-campus degree, as this enriches the experience of studying. This allows you to experience campus life, allows you to experience student life, allows you to experience interaction with the teachers, and have a completely different experience that you would have than studying by yourself with an online degree. So if you're between these ages, we recommend you go for an online degree. If you're a bit older than that and you want to go for a master degree, you can also decide to do it online, but we also recommend you to go for an on-campus degree if you're between the ages 24 and 28 if you're going for a master's degree. But we leave it entirely up to you. We have our recommendations, but it's up to you as a student to decide what you would like to do. Because of the pandemic this year, we did not have our summer program, which is a shame because it's one of the best business management programs that we have here in Switzerland. But as of next year, we have the summer program running for students who are interested to have a taste of what it would be like to study at AUS, to develop already business management skills. And these summer programs run for 2 to 4 weeks. And if you need information on that, we can also send that to you when you can have more insight on whether or not you want to join the programs. What does this mean for you? If you're interested in joining our university, there are 3 different periods you can join. There is the fall intake, which is coming already very soon, which is September. We're still taking applications for that. Following that, there will be the winter intake, and then we have the spring intake, which will be in April and May. Okay, so these are the days that you can apply to join our universities. Keep in mind, we are a boutique university, which means we accept up to 200 students per intake, and this makes it quite limited in terms of space we can offer you. So it's on a first come, first served basis, and the applications are reviewed as soon as possible by myself and the admission team to make sure that we give you the best chance possible. Some of the requirements, the academic requirements, we get into the serious stuff now, which is the academic requirements and what you will need for the application. As a bachelor student, if you're applying for a degree, keep in mind that you need to have a GPA of 2.0 if you're coming with a high school diploma. We have English language requirements as well. This is because our entire course is in English. Everything that you'll be doing will be in English, which means that you have to have the right level of English in order to be able to follow the courses. If you have not studied in English for the past 3 years, whether this is high school or whether this is a bachelor degree, if you have not studied English for the past 3 years, you need to provide us with an English language certificate. The English language certificate can be an IELTS or a TOEFL with a score, or the IELTS with a score of 6.0, and a TOEFL has been raised from 68 to 80. So instead of 68 now, you would have to have 80 or above in order to apply. If you have studied the past 3 years in English, you can get an English language waiver, which exempts you from having to provide an English language certificate. This is quite important once you start the application, because we will need this in order to determine whether or not you'll be able to follow the courses in English. For the master students, it's the same thing, only the GPA is a bit different. You will need to provide us with a GPA of 2.5 in order to be able to enroll for the courses here at AUS. And then there are some other requirements that you will need to keep in mind, which are the documents that you need to offer to provide us, such as a simple documents as a passport photo, high school transcripts, high school diploma, or bachelor diploma, whichever you have, whichever degree you're going for. Also, the English proficiency we mentioned. We need 2 recommendation letters from either your study professor, or if you're already working, a professional recommendation letter. We would like to have your resume, a motivation letter of a maximum 500 words, and evidence of financial sufficient means, sufficient financial means. These documents are all equally important, but the last few documents, so from number 9 to 11, if you're looking at the screen, you will see the resume, the motivation, and the evidence of sufficient means. These are things that are important when it comes to applying for a visa. Okay, so the visa application is quite strict with the Swiss authorities. They ask for these documents, especially number 11, to see that you are able to finance yourself here once you come here to study. And this can be your parents either financing you or another company or a loan. As long as you're able to show that you're able to finance yourself here in the country, you increase your chances of getting a visa approval. Okay, and what they would like to know as well is why you chose Switzerland, why you're choosing AUS, and also what you intend to do with your studies after you finish back in your country. So if you can put all of this together, put all of these documents together and your motivation properly written, this increases your chances very much in terms of visa approval or visa rejection. Okay, this is something to really keep in mind. I can give you more information on that as well if you need it. Just let me know when you in the question section, or you can send us an email directly afterwards. So in terms of tuition fees that you can expect if you're not coming with through joining campus is what you see here. However, if you're coming through joining campus, you get an advantage, whereas you get the admission fee, which is directly reduced to 1,500. Okay, so these tuition fees here, they are for every student that come, but the admission fees are completely reduced for all students who come through joining campus. So this is your advantage. If you want a reduction on the admission fee, come through joining campus, and you will, instead of paying 3,500, you'll be paying 1,500 for the admission fee. This does not include things such as accommodation, books and health insurance. These are expenses that are extra. I will give you a bit of information on how this looks like also later, but keep in mind that the tuition fee does not cover additional expenses that you'll be having here. So in terms of career paths, this is a question we get a lot from our students. Can they work during the studies here, or can they work after studying here? Can they stay and work? The question is, the answer is yes, you can stay and work, but there are conditions. You can work in Switzerland, but there are conditions. In order to work in Switzerland, first of all, you need to wait 6 months of being here. After 6 months of being here in Switzerland, you will be able to apply for what we call a work permit. Because when you come here, you get the visa, and after the visa, you can apply for a study permit. This does not allow you to work. This allows you to study. In order to work, you need to apply for a work permit. And this work permit, you need to do 6 months after being here. Once and only if this is approved, you are allowed to work 15 hours per week or 60 hours per month, maximum, not more than that. Okay, so the possibility to work is there, but the Swiss authorities are quite strict with that, and they set a maximum amount of hours that you can work. Now, after your studies, are you able to work? You are, but only if you manage to find a company that is willing to sponsor your work permit. If this is not the case, if you during your studies you haven't managed to find a company to sponsor your work permit, you are required by Swiss authorities to go back to India. And if you want to apply for work permit there, you're fine to do so. And otherwise, you are required to return to develop your work skills in your home country and use the skills that you learned from the AUS. And as I mentioned before, we are surrounded by companies, big companies, so I'm sure you recognize some of the names here. These companies are all within a 1-hour radius also of AUS. And what we do in order to increase your chances of getting into these companies is what I mentioned in the beginning, are industry visits. So we have industry visits. We take you to these companies. We have Nestle, who is just right around the corner. We go to them quite often. And we have other companies who are very close, the United Nations, UEFA. These companies are very nearby. We take you to the companies to experience a day in the life of one of the workers there, where they can also give you a tour of the companies and also explain you what it is to work at the company. We also allow professionals from these companies to come to AUS. So they come here, you can network with them, you can talk to them, they will present to you how it is on a certain topic they will choose, or present to you how it is to work at one of these companies, what they do in their daily lives. This is the way we try to open the door for you. Open the door for you to network, open the door for you to be introduced to different companies. And from there, it's up to you to do the work and to connect with all of these different companies, all of these different industries that you may be interested in. Okay, so these are the ways that we try to help you academically and also professionally. We try to give you the skills that will prepare you for the fourth industrial revolution, and we try to introduce you to companies that will allow you to launch your career as a business professional. So that being said, we don't want you to worry. We don't want you to worry too much about too many things, which is why we provide you also with as much comfort as we can, and that starts by providing you with accommodation. Once you come here, we have accommodation set up for you, which one of them is 5 minutes away and walking distance here, and another one is 10 minutes away by public transportation, away from the campus. So if you choose to take one of our accommodations, everything will be included. The accommodation will already be furnished. There's already the charges that are included. Charges you can think of: water bills, electricity bills, gas bills, these kind of things are already included. It will be cleaning, and there's a common kitchen for you to cook your food if you enjoy cooking. There are two different types of rooms. There are shared rooms and there are single rooms. As you can see, the shared rooms are less expensive, going at 750 francs per month. And the single room is where you have a room by yourself. The shared rooms are shared with one other student, so you will be 2 students in a shared room, okay? And the rooms look pretty much as you see them on the photo. They're quite modern. They're provided with microwave, boilers, desks for you to work on, a couch, beds, everything basically that you need to be able to be comfortable here. Why the price of the accommodation is inclusive is because we don't want you to have to worry about paying bills, about all the extra costs that comes with finding your own apartment. Because if you do find your own apartment, you will have to worry about paying these kind of bills, which for some students is fine, but we want to have you here as comfortable as possible, which is why we arranged this for you. Okay. Other expenses that you can expect, which are not included in the tuition fee, as I mentioned, is health insurance, food, student permit, mobile phones, transportation. Health insurance is mandatory for everyone that comes to Switzerland, and the price range is between 110 and 150 Swiss francs. That depends on the health insurance company that you choose. The student permit is a one-off permit as payment, as I mentioned before. You come here on your visa, but you still need to apply for a student permit. Depending on where you live, if you live here in La Tour de Pels, if you live in Lausanne, if you choose to live in Geneva, this price ranges from 90 to 150, depending on the village or the city that you live in. Now, things like food, mobile phone, or transportation, these are completely variable. These are completely up to you as a student to decide. If you can cook, for example, you can do your groceries, and the price of 600 that you see here to 750, this will probably not apply to you because doing groceries will be it will be cheaper than having to order takeout, for example, every day, which is completely fine for some students, but you have to keep in mind that these prices are approximate and really up to the student's lifestyle. Same goes for mobile phones. If you want a local mobile phone that allows you a plan that allows you to use internet locally, or make phone calls locally, the price will be way cheaper than if you have to choose an international plan where you have to make phone calls towards India every day and you're not using WhatsApp, for example. These kind of things, keep that in mind, that this is also up to what kind of plan you choose. And the transportation, this I would say is quite accurate because we recommend students to take this. Why? Is because this allows you to explore Switzerland, which is the thing that you need to do. You need to do that once you're here. It's something to definitely not miss out on. And using the transportation cards, it gives you access to various types of transportation: bus, metro, train, and also sometimes gives you discount on many different sceneries, many different activities that you can do here, like musea or water park or theme parks or fairs, anything that here you can get several discounts by having a transportation card. So keep that in mind as well. We recommend this. You don't have to do it, but we recommend, if you want to explore to Switzerland, that this is quite important. Now, as a student, we also help you with organizing activities ourselves. These are activities that you don't pay extra for. We organize them here at the university. And these are things that you also can take part in organizing also yourself as a student. For example, this photo you see here is during the winter time. We have a 7-kilometer sleigh slope. So the sleighs that you see here, they take you on a 7-kilometer slope where you go down, and it's incredibly fun. It's one of the best activities I've done myself here in Switzerland, and I completely recommend if you come here. Enjoying the snow is one of the best things that you can do if you know how to ski or to snowboard. If you want to learn, this is a good place to do it, as we're surrounded by snowy mountains. Because also we're close to the lake, we organize also a lot of activities on the lake. We organize leisure activities and also academic activities as well, where we go up against other universities in academic activities, sports. We organize international fairs, which you can also help organizing. These things are things that we put in place to make your experience in Switzerland and your experience in AUS as complete and as pleasant as possible. So this is what I have so far to say so far about what we present, what the benefits are of coming to Switzerland. Right now, I will be taking questions. Do any of you have any questions based on our presentation so far? And I have my colleague Fuad who just finished his meeting. He'll be joining us later, just in a few seconds. Floor is open to questions at the moment. Is everyone here? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, fantastic. It seems like everyone is quite silent. Pramad, I see you have a question. Pramad Alu, what is the stay back option for studies? The stay back options, as I mentioned earlier, Switzerland allows a student to stay back only if they can find a suitable company that is willing to sponsor their work visa. If the work, you're required to go back to India and work there. So if you are able to find a company that is willing to sponsor your work permit, that is the only way you can stay back and work. Thank you for your question, Pramad. Any other questions? How much time will you get to find during your whole studies here? If you're going for a bachelor degree, for example, you have 3 years studying here in Switzerland. If you're going for a master degree, for example, you have 2 years studying in Switzerland. During this time, you're free to network. You're free to introduce yourself to many different countries, to companies, to increase your chances of finding a suitable company. I see an anonymous question here. What are the financial requirements apart from tuition fee? Apart from the tuition fee, the financial requirements come to whether or not you have. You're welcome, Pramad. Welcome. Whether or not you have accommodation, whether or not you be taking phone bills, whether mobile phone, whether or not you'll be taking travel cards. These are the expenses you can expect. These things are completely up to you. Other than that, you do have to take a health insurance, and you do have to pay for your study permit. The health insurance is between 110 and 150 francs per month. The accommodation is 750 francs if you take a shared room, or 1,500 francs if you take a single room. These are a bit of the expenses you can expect, and it's really up to you what you do here in Switzerland, how much you explore. Costs can come to that as well. Does that answer your question, anonymous attendee? Because I don't see your name, sorry. Does AUS have a state accreditation? Yes, we do. We are accredited worldwide, especially also because of our partnership with Tiffin University. The degrees that we offer our students are worldwide accredited, and we have special accreditation bodies to confirm that. So Ritu, to answer your question, the financial requirements for applying for a study permit. The study permit varies between from 90 to 150 Swiss francs, depending on the city or the village that you live. So that really determines how much you'll be paying for the study permit, and that is a one-time payment.
Do you need my? Should I jump in, Mr. Halson?
Hi, Fuad. Yes, welcome to the session. Guys, sorry that Fuad is late. He's been in a meeting, and this is why he's joining us so late. Yes, feel free to jump in on the questions. Fuad. We have some Q&A questions coming in. If you would like to answer them, go ahead.
All right. So regarding the financial requirement, of course, there should always be a financial requirement, as it's one of the requirements the Swiss Embassy requires, which include to have a minimum of $20,000 in your bank account when applying to Switzerland, either yourself or your sponsor. And this is just for the Swiss authorities to see that you're able to finance yourself during your time of study. Now, other questions such as Swiss state accreditation. No, we are not a Swiss state accredited university, as we are a private university. But we do have our accreditation through our dual degree program, which is through HLC, which is the Higher Learning Commission in the USA, top 6 accreditations, which allows our students to have degrees accredited worldwide. For the one-year master program, what we offer is a 2-year master program. We do not offer a 1-year program. It's a 2-year program that we offer. But if you wish to have it accelerated, we can look into that and fix this program based on your needs to 1 year, but it is going to be a very hectic, you're going to be piled up with a lot of programs. Is there any other questions that I can take from the audience? Miss Mai, I hope you have received the information in regards to the state accreditation. Does any other person have any other questions? Mansi, Kaite, do you have any questions? Nikita, Lucy? Lucy is the moderator. I'm very sorry for being late today. I'm happy to take more of your questions. If anyone has any questions in regards to the program, to the application procedure, to any other information that you need to know. As you already know, most for students to acquire reduced or a scholarship, you can consult Joining Campus for them to assist you with all the required information you need to know. If you have any other specific questions in regards to programs, to the application process, you can also get in contact with Joining Campus, as they would be of full assistance and they would support you with your application process from A to Z.
Yes, and Pramod, I see that you also asked the question about the application process. So in order to apply, for example, you would have to go through Joining Campus, and they will guide you through every step of the way. So they will tell you exactly what you need to do. As my colleague mentioned, if you request a scholarship, they will inform you on that as well, and they will help you with everything that you need to know for the application process. The time that is needed for that, if we receive the application, for example, today, myself and my colleague Fuad will process that, and we will go through all the documents. If all the documents are in place on the first round, we send this to the admission team, and the admission team will prepare an offer letter for you for within the coming 5 days. And after that, you will get some time to make payments, etc. So it can go really fast, but it's up to it's up to the documents and how fast and how the documents are and how fast we receive them. Does that answer your question, Pramod?
So in regards to, as Mr. Halson said, just to recap, in regards to the application process, it's very simple. If you submit all the required documents that we need, our team will go through all the information required, and we would assist you, and Joining Campus will be of full assistance to guide you on the required documents you need to submit. If any required document needs amendments, of course, Joining Campus will get in touch with you and will inform you that you need to amend some of the documents in order for you to complete your application process.
Yes, and we do not do student interviews. This is why we have a list of documents that we need. We go through the documents, and that determines the acceptance rate or rejection rate. We don't necessarily reject students. There must be a very specific reason to reject students unless there's no space. So there's no necessary interview, but as long as you can provide us with the proper documents, we try our best to find your space in the programs. Are there any other questions?
That's fantastic. Is there any other questions in regards to the dual degree program and the options that you have, which is in regards to studying in Switzerland and the USA?
I think everything was very clear, and there is no question, no more question.
It's nice having you here, Ms. Lucy, and I thank you and thank Joining Campus for this beautiful and brilliant webinar where we showcased AUS to your prospective students. And I thank the audience for giving us their time and for allowing us to share all these information to them and taking them through every other information that they need to know. And I will advise students to contact Joining Campus to secure your scholarship and reduced tuition fees and admission fees for them to guide you and assist you on the way forward with your application process.
Yeah, thank you both for your time and your presentation. And I wish you a very nice day. And thank you.
Wishing you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
So have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you.